What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video I wanted to do a get ready with me showing you guys this look. Today I'm just going to be rambling on, updating you guys on like my getting debt free situation, and then also just life in general. You guys know I come on every so often kind of updating you guys on like my career path and getting there, and I figured I'd update you guys on both of those today. I did use predominantly black owned brands. When I say predominantly, I used majority black owned brands, but there were a couple of non-black owned brands that I had to use because I just don't have something in that category. But yeah, I just hope you guys enjoy this look, and if you do, keep on watching. Hey guys, so I haven't done a get ready with me in quite some time, and I also have some things that I just kind of wanted to catch you guys up with, just check in with your girl, and I'm gonna check in with you. So that's what it is. I'm gonna zoom out just a wee bit. All right, I think that's good enough. And we're gonna get started. I also am gonna be using as much black owned makeup as I can because this is Black History Month, and you guys know your girl is Black Power all the way. Not rah rah rah, but I'm for my people. Anyways, I'm not going to really talk about the items that I'm going to be using. Just check out down below. Quite a bit of it is actually going to be Project Pan stuff as well. So I ended last year, right, with like the gumption and the knowledge that like this was going to be the year I am debt free. I was like so focused on that, so focused that like I missed a couple of steps. Quite a few steps actually. And so January was kind of my month to be like, oh. And so I realized that, like, you know, simple stuff, simple things that like I feel once you get kind of in the knowledge base and you start to think about something, you may not think all the way through, and I wasn't thinking all the way through previously. So I knew I wanted to be debt free this year, and I still do. Like, that's still very much a goal that I would love to have. But one way that, you know, one thing that you really have to have, you know, to be debt free is you have to have the income that is greater than your debt. And like, don't get me wrong, for somebody my age, and like I'm doing good at salary wise and all that jazz, but like I'm not doing enough to pay off my debt in a year. Like it's not possible with my salary. And you know, a normal person would have thought about that. So this past month I've really been trying to get a part-time job so that I can supplement the more money that I need, the, you know, the difference that I would need between my debt and my income. And it's been very slow going, very slow going. And that's understandable. There are people who literally don't have a job at all right now. And, you know, they, you know, depending on the job that you're applying to, you're applying against them and all that jazz. Anyways, I completely understand why it's been slow going. It has, and I'm a very much pedal to the metal type of person. So it's been just a wee bit irritating to me personally, but that's like a personal thing, you know. So anyways, I've been applying to part-time jobs, and I've been focusing on getting a job that is done remotely so that I don't have to go in to another building and kind of potentially be exposed to more people who potentially may have COVID. That's just kind of been my mindset. I just didn't want to like do that, and it just didn't seem reasonable, you know, to do that. Oh, my Fenty foundation might not be good. It's super runny. Ew. Oh, that's not good. Doesn't smell, but it's runny. Anyways, so I've been really focusing in on applying to jobs that are virtual, and there was like one job opportunity that kind of came about, and I was super excited about that because it was like like front desk, virtual front desk basically. And I had a lot of experience of that with my job in college. So I was like, oh, that's perfect for me. Like, you know, I got that, I can do that. And it was a little sketchy, so I ended up backing away very quickly, which I'm not mad about. But it looks like I may possibly get a job tutoring. I'm really good at math. Well, not really good, but I'm good at math, and I actually like math, and I like helping people when it comes to math. So I'm working on being able to do that. I think that would be really, really fun and cool. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so that was like, it was so funny. Like when I had that realization, I was like, you idiot. You can't pay off loans if you literally don't make enough. And granted, not making enough is not even including the bills that I have to pay and stuff. So I was like, you know, duh. And granted, you know, even if I don't fully pay off my loans this year, I can still potentially get a very big dent into them because I am so focused in doing that. And yes, I'm still buying stuff. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm not buying anything. Like, that's just not me. I've always been one to shop, so sue me. But at the same time, just the fact that I have this realization, I am also pushing myself to put a certain amount of my paycheck towards my student loans every time I get them, and it's really been helping. I've really been making a dent, which I am very, very happy about. I also know, as everybody else does, that you know, there have been promises made by our current president to relieve some of that student loan debt from everybody. And although yes, I will do a whole dance, okay, if that really does come through, I still don't want to rest and wait for him to do that. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to wait. There's a lot going on in DC right now. No ma'am, I am going to do what I can so that, you know, if I don't even use all of that money that he does give to forgive in student loans, maybe it can go to somebody else who needs that money to be forgiven. So for me, that's kind of been my mindset, and hopefully, you know, more and more Americans have that mindset. I know at one point people were mad because they thought it was unfair because they already paid off their student loans. Well, kudos to you. You no longer in debt. What you stressing over? I don't know. Anyways, so for me, like, that's just kind of been my mindset. I've been very, very focused on that. And like I said, I have still been spending money. I've been spending money, I feel though, in more responsible ways. So I've been getting things, quite a bit of like my electronics and just like things around the house have needed to be replaced this year already. And so I've been working on doing stuff like that. And yes, I've been getting some makeup here and there, but I can promise you, the same amount of makeup that I was buying like 2-3 years ago, I am nowhere near there. Nowhere. I was doing damage, and I'm not, granted, because I have such a big collection at this point, so it's like hard. And also I kind of know, not kind of, I know more about my makeup aesthetic and like things that I'm actually going to get use out of. But it just also, I'm just very, very focused, like I said, on being debt free. And I really think it's important to really talk about this. And in case you don't know kind of how this came about, I genuinely don't remember what prompted me, but I started watching some Dave Ramsey videos. And if you don't know, Dave Ramsey is kind of known for being the debt-free guy. He hates credit cards, he hates debt, and his thing is pay off your debt, pay off your debt, pay off your debt. And you know, I think that's a very honorable and noble opinion, but it's definitely not very easy. And like, his method of how he pays off debt is just not something that I personally am fully on board with. So his method is that you basically live on nothing. You basically eat, like, you know, ramen and stuff until you can fully pay off your loans, and then, you know, live however you want to live, and only live on, you know, the cash that you get from your paychecks or whatever it is that you do. And to an extent, I appreciate and I acknowledge that that is a good, it's a good mindset, but that ain't a mindset for me. It ain't for your girl. I know it, so I'm not gonna hold myself up. For me, I know that your girl, I don't live in luxury, but I like to live comfortable, okay? I like to eat what I like to eat. Granted, I'm not eating steak and lobster. I generally eat very simple meals, other than the holidays when I celebrate with my family. But still, you know, I want to eat my chicken and my peas and my rice and leave me alone. So, you know, there's certain things that I took from his teachings, if you will, and his mindset. And there's certain things that I just said, it ain't for me. And I kind of, so I've been searching around. And you know, you see a lot of people who try his challenge, try to use his teachings in their own lives. And you see how they kind of have very similar, I feel like, mindsets. They appreciate that he kind of pushes you to possibly get multiple jobs to pay off your debt quicker, but they also may not be fully on board with like not having a life, not doing the things that bring them enjoyment. Because for me, like, even though all this makeup may be spending money, it brings me enjoyment. It helps me get through my day. It helps me get through the years in which I'm not particularly in the career path that I personally want to be in. And so that's kind of how I look at things. I think one of these hairs from this brush just got on my eye. But that's kind of how I look at things. I look at things that, like, you know, if you're not going grossly into debt, which I'm not going into debt at all when it comes to makeup, then it's not that big of a deal. Yes, I could be spending more money. Ow. Yes, I could be spending more money towards my actual debt, but you know, it's alright. So that's kind of where I'm at with my whole debt and everything. I'm very still much in the mindset of, you know, being debt free in 2021. And I'm working towards, you know, acquiring my second job, which will be part-time, because your girl ain't about to go dead doing 2 full-time jobs. But at the same time, you know, if it doesn't happen, it's not that big of a deal. Like I said, I also would love to try and move this year. But you know, there are a lot of things for me that are up in the air, because I'm applying to jobs, I'm applying to degree programs right now. It's just, there's a lot in the air right now for me. So I really don't know what's going to happen, which is another reason why I'm just trying to put as much towards my student loan debt as I can, because depending on what happens, you know, it'd just be easier if I didn't have that debt. And then, like I said, I can spend more money towards the various shenanigans that I intend to do, like traveling more, which it looks like I'm traveling quite a bit in 2020. I will have already been vaccinated by that time, and I will make sure that wherever I go, things are good. Don't you worry. But I have 2 weddings this year and a birthday celebration from a very important person in my life. So those both, I'll be dealing with all 3 of those things, and I am perfectly comfortable with that. You know, this is not the year for everybody to be traveling, probably not even for me to be traveling, but I am one of those people, I need to travel at least twice a year. Like, it just, I don't function if I can't travel at least twice a year. And last year I was not able to, so I need it. I didn't travel for my birthday. I didn't travel for the summer for like improvement when it comes to my career path and goals and stuff. So like, I'm itching and fight me, okay? Fight me. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping everything goes good in that avenue, but you know, you never know. You just never know. You don't. But yeah, so that's kind of how everything's going in that avenue. It's all looking good in my opinion. And ooh, child, this camera really be picking up my blush. Like, I put on a lot and I really don't. Like, I really don't. But this camera be like, zoop, you put blush on. I'm gonna make sure everybody sees. It's okay. I'm gonna do a finishing powder today, so it'll blend that out. So that's kind of that when it comes to my finances and stuff. And I am, you know, trying to kind of figure out a budget that I think is appropriate. And I'm using, oh, I didn't say, I'm using the Dave Ramsey Every Dollar app. I really enjoy that app. I don't have it connected to like my bank account and stuff. I just don't trust it personally. It just, no, it's not gonna happen. But, oh, is that because I put the cream? It is, you idiot. But the Every Dollar budget, or the Every Dollar app, basically that app helps you to literally put in there every dollar that you spend, and you can literally see where all your money is going. It also allows you to budget ahead of time, so you can see like, I want to spend $100 in makeup this month. I want to spend $200 towards my student loans, whatever it is. It really helps you to see, one, what you want to budget. Then you also, of course, put in how much money you're actually spending in all these departments, and you see how much you've underestimated, overestimated, whatever it is. And it's just been very eye-opening for me just to see that. Not necessarily have I been on budget. I haven't. But just for me to see, you know, this is what I've been doing, and this is kind of where I need to improve, so that when I finally become debt free, I can know kind of where all my money is going, you know? Oh, I really hate this. Really hate this setting spray. Oh, I can't wait till it's gone. Anyways, so yeah, that's kind of where everything is when it comes to financially for me, that kind of goal. Drink when you're 21 only. For everything else, right? So like, I don't know if I told you guys any other goals for me personally. I mean, I've always had this goal in the back of my head to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and like to get bigger on my Instagram as well. But it's hard, guys. Like, you know, like especially for me right now when I'm trying to juggle 2 different YouTube channels. I'm trying to juggle my full-time job and potentially a part-time job. It's gonna be hard for me to do all that, which it's fine. Like I'm not bugging out about it. Like I enjoy the community I built, and I enjoy just kind of being in my little corner doing me. But I do kind of I'm churning, right? Every year I feel like I learn more about myself, but also what I can provide to this platform. And for me, I'm starting to realize a couple of things. There are very few people of my complexion that really focus on indie brands. There are some people who are like, you know, in the millions or somewhere near there, where they get PR from these indie brands, because you know the indie brands need to get publicity, and they need to get exposure, and so they'll talk about the indie brand once or twice, and you know that's all good and dandy. But there's not somebody, I feel, of my complexion who is consistently reviewing indie brands like an Angelica Nyquist or Karen Harris or Amy Loves Makeup. You know what I mean? Where those people, they literally consistently are reviewing indie makeup. And I feel like, you know, I took a little step away back from that last year, and maybe even the year before. I was doing really well, I feel, in that kind of avenue my first year or so on YouTube. I don't even remember how long I've been on this platform at this point. But I feel I've taken a little step back, specifically because I was trying to, you know, not spend money and also save more money. And just kind of statistically, purchasing from indie brands, you're going to spend more money because you have to pay for shipping. They're least likely to have free shipping, and they're also least likely to have lower pricing, just because it's more out of their paycheck, more out of their wallet to front the bill, and so they really need to make that money back. So anyways, this long tirade that I have now started is all for me to say that I really want to focus back on indie brands a lot more. Now I'm just gonna still be in my comfort zone, not comfort zone, but I'm still gonna be in like the zone of makeup that I actually use. I don't tend to use a lot of singles anymore. It's just not where my heart is. I do like to do dupe videos or like my better palette or whatever videos. I really do enjoy doing those, but at the end of the day, I have a lot of singles. I still need to do a video to show you guys how I've reorganized them and like what my single collection is looking like. So of course I look up and I'm no longer recording. Of course. I don't exactly remember what I was going on a rant about, but long story short, I'm very much in the mindset right now to really focus on indie brands when I have the money, and I would love to kind of branch into even more black owned brands. I find that I do quite well when it comes to black owned brands, but there's always more to try out, test out, give more clout, all that stuff. So I'm really just excited about all of that in general. So I would also very much, I mean very much, love to take the time to test out more brands in other countries. I find that that is another place that like just people of my complexion just aren't doing, which is fine. I don't mind. There's sometimes that I just, you know, I can afford to do it, so why not? I'm also curious myself, obviously, about these brands and what they can provide from people of my complexion, or deeper or lighter. So I would love to kind of test them out as well. So that is also something else that I am trying to do. It's an idea that I've been trying to get together for some time now. It just takes time, you know. It takes time to fully review a brand, to get all of the items, to have the money, all of that. Let me zoom in for you guys. And so yeah, I'm trying to do quite a few things in the background. I'm also trying to get another microphone, not a microphone. I'm trying to get a microphone, not another one. And that is something that I really do want to get for this channel. I've found that lately there's like a weird buzzing in the background of my videos. I don't even know what that is. It might just be some damage. Maybe I like, my bad. Maybe I like dropped my camera and I didn't realize or something. I don't really know what it is, but it drives me bonkers when I'm editing. So I can only imagine for people who are listening what's going on. Also, it would just make it easier when I'm editing. I don't have to put my volume up so that everybody can hear when they're listening to me. So there are a lot of things that are in the, you know, in the kitchen. There's a lot of kits in the kitchen. And we'll see kind of how it goes. I'm hoping everything goes to my specifications, to my liking, but you never know. You never know. And I'm just taking everything one day at a time, one moment at a time, and just kind of growing as well. I'm just really enjoying where everything is going. Like I've said, and I feel like almost every video, if there's a brand that you specifically want me to test out or whatever, just let me know. It doesn't have to be in this video. It can be in another video. Just let your girl know. I may not get to it that month, but I will remember and I will get to it eventually. That is one thing about me. You should know I will get to everything eventually. It may take some time, but I will get there. I will. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying things, taking my time, getting to know my makeup aesthetic more and just brands in general, and just growing slowly. I really do enjoy it. And I'm trying, like I've said multiple times, just not to compare myself to everybody that I see. And that's something that I find everybody has a problem with, you know. I talk to my nephews, they have problems with it, you know. So just trying to better myself in my own speed, not to compare myself to other people, because I don't know their journey. I don't know their life. No need to compare myself to them. But yeah, I'm just enjoying everything, just taking things one day at a time. And hopefully very soon I'll kind of have more of a life arc, if you will. I have aspirations and I have goals, but like I'm kind of in a stalemate right now. I can't really do anything because I'm waiting for applications to go through. I'm waiting to see kind of what happens with quite a few things. So I can't really make any decisions, which is very annoying for somebody like me. I'm very type A when it comes to my career. Very type A. I do not like that things are going the way they are, and you know, that's my personal struggle. But I also am only in my 20s, and that's something I really need to understand. I always had kind of lofty goals to get to by this time, and they clearly didn't happen. They didn't happen, which is fine. It's fine, but I also am not okay with it. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Hopefully things come to fruition. And yeah, I'm just excited to see everything that is in store for me in the future and for my channel and just like everything in general. I'm hoping that, you know, everything in the US calms down, everything kind of gets better, not goes back to normal, because that one is never going to happen, but also normal was not good for us. You know, people were ignoring problems, and no, we need to address those problems, but that's another tirade for another day. Yeah, we're gonna keep going because I'm a get on a soapbox, and there's no reason for me to do that. But yeah, let me find a flat brush. I'm just gonna finish my eyes off camera because I'm just rambling at this point, and then I will come back. Give me a second. Anyways, I was rambling so long, and I needed to step away and do the rest of my makeup. I'm actually really digging this look. It's interesting. It's dark, sultry, but it's cute. It's cute. But yeah, like I said, I'm moving forward with figuring out my financial situation. I'm moving forward, figuring out my job, career situation, and then once one of two of those things are figured out, I will know if I'm actually moving this year or I have to wait until after I finish a degree program or whatever. So either way, I just wanted to update you guys and also just have some fun with some Black owned brands. Like I said, I will have everything listed down below for you guys, and I will do my best to even link them. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, y'all, Black lives do matter. Please remember to wear a mask and stay safe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.